We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
18 Cardinal, 18 Pioneer. Come 19, come 19.
Throwing to start the drive. Alexander. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Well, these two teams hooking up for the second time this year. They first met back in October, Week 7. And it was the Giants with a road victory, so they'll look for the sweep here in MetLife Stadium. Here's 2nd and 7.
Back to throw. Alexander. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That'll go for a gain of 7. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
From the gun on 3rd down, Alexander. And he'll be taken down, but he... First down yardage. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Again, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Back to throw again.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Now Saquon Barkley, a man who played collegiately here in the Keystone State. Yeah, boy, and it's tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd down and 4.
Again, it's Barkley. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
You talk about this Giant defense.
Against the pass, they've had some issues. Ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
What they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against some people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league. So there's the conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
Ryan Brzee fought in and got him down. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Remember last time out, they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed him up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and they have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
Right back to him on first down. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
The Giants at 6-4 now on the year. And they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So, you know, they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over to the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield. And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
13 yards, good for a Giant first down. Looking to throw. Alexander. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Here we go now on first and goal. And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun. Alexander. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Touchdown, Giants! A great effort there. Touchdown number 15 on the year.
And the Giants get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
They go play action with Hurts.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Something we're seeing more of with the rise of the run-pass option. A legal man downfield, and that's going to back him up.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
You talk about this Giant defense.
This unit, third best in the NFL in stopping the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion. A first down carry for Barkley. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a second down and 9. Here's Hurts to throw.
Underneath to his tight end, Wilson. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. 3rd and 7 now.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
Daxton Hill picks it off.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Off play action. Alexander. And this one's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. From the gun on 3rd down. Alexander.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Another try for Barkley. And another negative play there as they stop him again. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. You know they'd love nothing more than to get a 3-and-out here after having the interception.
And it also tells you a little bit about how they feel about their leader, right? Their quarterback throws an interception in the previous series. They're trying to help him out here with a big stand.
Eluding the pressure right. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Like any team plan, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready? Hey, smash. Go.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32.
44 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
19 Lions.
Operating from the gun, Alexander. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Ready? 79 Broncos. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
63.
Hurts. A quick throw there is incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9.
Throwing is Hurts.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Cougar 19.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A great play there.
With his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground. And he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground, it's Saquon Barkley. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20.
Tackled by Isaiah Simmons. They work now on 2nd and 9.
They'll set up a throw.
This one deep for Wilson.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Play action. Here's Hurts. This one goes out wide for Barkley.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 24-yard line. They'll look to throw again. Dancing to his left.
Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Giants are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
2nd and 10.
Up the middle with Barkley. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. It's complete to Brown, right side. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback, and the third quarter will start from the 30. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went in at the half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. He may go.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick 6.
I think that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
On 2nd and 7, Hurts. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. He'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Taken in at the 22. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well, because it's not quite no harm, no foul, but the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound. And the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Going for the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. 68 yards.
And the Giants have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts it in the end zone.
I agree with everything you just said right there, and there's a silver lining to all of this, his resiliency. Because let's face it, when things are going bad and you're a youngster, they often continue to go bad. But in his mind and his actions, he said, this stops right here. And how about the positive play he just turned in?
And he returns this to the 22.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
It's Barkley on the counter. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now back to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Chase Lucas.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And bulldozing his way through.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
From the 24, Hurts steps away to his left.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Back to throw here.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard, trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
And not much room to speak of. They'll get about 3 up to the 41.
And the Giants will go with 6 defensive backs here on third. They're going to look to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. But we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
So after the big play on fourth, here's 1st and 10.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And that will be incomplete as well.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake, Alexander. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. Back to throw. Alexander firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 6.
At the Eagles' 41-yard line.
18, check smash, check smash.
Looking to throw. Alexander. Call it a gain of a yard, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Brings up 3rd and
In motion, the tight end. From the gun on 3rd down. Alexander.
That is caught. They'll get it inside the 20.
Touchdown, Giants. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Giants look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Gano the extra point, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Barkley, inside handoff. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. On 3rd down, Barkley. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. He's got his target. That's complete.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ballgame. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Jets, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they'll get another home date next week as the Packers will come to town. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.